want the freedom of your people. You should be there.
I fight differently.
Hi, I have the team of Sardar Udham with me today. I have lead star Vicky Kaushal, director Shoojit Sircar, and producer Ronnie Lahiri. So, to start with, this film has been 2 decades in the making. Can you take me through the process, please?
Um, well, the process has been how I mean, of course, it was first marinating in our head how we going to script this. Then um, I had a very good writing team, Shubhendu Bhattacharya and Ritesh Shah. Both have collaborated with me in Madras Cafe, in Pink. So I think so they did a quite a brilliant job, and also they took a lot of time in terms of getting the right uh, pitch absolutely for Sardar Udham as a character. And also for me also uh, it was a long process, so to understand, to feel, because we wanted to surely pitch a perspective to it, different perspective to it, not like a get out of this jingoistic, chest thumping, patriotic films there are. So we wanted to keep it as real as possible. So I think these many years helped us to craft it the way I think a revolutionary should be.
So, it's interesting that you mentioned the chest thumping jingoism because, patriotic films do tend to veer into that territory sometimes. As a storyteller, how do you strike that balance?
You have to constantly watch yourself, because it's that jingoism is so much in our system, in us. We have seen so much, so you know you can get carried away so easily. So every moment, every word, every look, every camera, every costume, each and everything, you'll have to monitor that. Even the look and feel, even the color of the film, it comes from each and every aspects. uh, Even who your producer is, is he with the film, is he is he a filmmaker with you, or he's just producer, or cinematographer, actor, everything.
Vicky, I actually wanted to ask this question to you as well. We've grown up seeing very jingoistic, over the top, loud performances when it comes to patriotic films. How, as an actor, do you strike that balance to not make it, very in your face?
See, my focus is to be in sync with the director's vision. I am just the medium through which his story, his vision is coming across to the audience. So I have to first understand his vision, how he wants to portray that character, that world, and then I have to gel myself into that vision, into that world. I can't go on to a frequency which is different from the frequency of the director's vision. So the part of my job is to keep adapting to the different visions I get to be a part of. So and I totally believe it's a director's medium. So if a single script can be made into 100 different ways by 100 different directors and 100 different storytellers, as an actor, it's my responsibility to be in sync with that vision, to understand that vision and then take that forward. So I try to do the best, keeping in mind that thought. And yeah, that's to answer that question. I mean, that's what I think about it.
You've also mentioned in an Instagram post how this character changed you as a person. Can you elaborate on that, please?
See, I think every character does. It's sometimes like I said, I keep talking about the vision because it's also how realistically you are put into that world. With Sujita's way of executing it, you are kind of pushed into the deep end of really feeling those emotions. You can't get away with just experiencing those emotions on the surface level. You really have to find those deep inside your own core and your own system to portray that, because a lot of it is about internalizing those emotions. You don't have the crutches of words and dialogue sometimes. It's just those moments through which you have to convey what that character must have gone through and what he must have exactly felt. So when you kind of dig so deep inside yourself, it sometimes then touches that chord that you stay with it. You live with it. It's sometimes without your knowledge, it is still there as a residue in your subconscious. So, but that's also the thrilling part about being an actor. That's also how I myself evolve as an individual.
Shoojit sir and Ronnie sir, you envisioned this film with Irfan sir as the lead actor. When he opted out of the film due to medical reasons, was it difficult to sort of move on and find a replacement, so to speak?
Absolutely. I mean, see, with Irfan sir, it was more of a friend than just an actor who was part of the film. I mean, we'd worked with him, we were friends. So I think on a personal level, human level, it hurt us more because he really wanted to do this film, and we also knew that he could have done, but fate had something else. So it was a difficult decision, but then ultimately we had to move on, and of course we had a chat with him. He only encouraged us that you move on. The film is important film that one should make, and that's how we got on.
Vicky, there's been a thematic connect between say Uri, between this film, between Sam Bahadur that you're doing next. They have largely patriotic themes.
Right.
Has that been a conscious decision, or is that purely coincidental?
No, they are coincidental. These are films that have genuinely appealed to me on an individual basis in terms of their story, the script. These are filmmakers I've always wanted to be, I always wanted to work with. So it's been purely coincidental. It's just these have when at what and at the point that these stories came into my life, I just couldn't let them go. I just wanted to be a part of it. So no, it's not a part of a plan.
It's actually it's a Bollywood dhaba, where they're catering this particular food.
यार ये मुगलाई अच्छा बनाता है इसको मुगलाई के ऑर्डर दो
Anyway, sorry.
So Shoojit sir and Ronnie sir, you've announced a film with Babil in the lead role, but there are no details about the project yet. Could you please give me a few details?
It remains the same.
Yeah, soon you will hear. I mean, of
We'll
course,
give out
our whole thing was that we wanted to did not detach after Irfan left. So we just wanted to, so that we are still in touch. And Babil was a young boy. We've seen him really small when he was growing up. And Irfan was always worried about him, what he's going to do. But now we are in touch with him. We're going to work. Babil is still quite young and he's got a long way to go. But I think it somehow feels quite good that, we are still in touch with Irfan.
Vicky, because of the pandemic, two of your ambitious projects have sort of been put on hold. I'm talking about Immortal Ashwathama and Takht. Has that been disheartening for you?
Sure, in a way, because there's a lot of hard work that goes on into planning the film. Then, of course, these two specific films, they had gone into some kind of a labor of work already. But we also have to keep in mind the economics, and of course that's not my prerogative. It's more of the producers and the director's prerogative. But also I feel like any film is bigger than anybody who's attached to the film, and a film has to be made when it's right for the film to be made. When it's the right time for the film, and I'm sure these are special stories which will who will find their right time, and eventually it will be out in the public domain.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. It's lovely talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.